Nigeria under 17, they left my career for dead. They left my career for dead. Even the injury I sustained in Akure, could you believe that it was just only ice block and paracetamol that I was given? My name is Ibanga Samuel, also known as Samuel. I am from Akwa Ibom State. 2005, that was when my father died. And that was how I picked up Kwara Football Academy form, and I underwent screening in Port Harcourt and Lagos State. And I was picked by former Super Eagles of Nigerian coach Clement Westerhoff. And then that was how after a successful trial, I was admitted to the Kwara Football Academy intermediate team. And the academy was founded by Kwara State government under the regime of Dr. Bukola Saraki. Then he was governor of Kwara State. Playing for Kwara Football Academy was a dream come true for me, because actually, there you were given, we were on scholarship, feeding, accommodation, medical bills, even studies were being paid by the state government. And all you have to do was just to play football. And if you are good, you'll be signed by a professional club abroad, under the tutelage of Clement Westerhoff. And I did very well in Kwara Football Academy. It was in 2010 when we were playing a game against ABS FC. In a match, I came in as a substitute. And after the game, though we lost 1-0 in that game. So the next match, we were in the field and our coach was about making a lineup, which is Coach Thompson Olia, the late Coach Thompson Olia. Yeah. So as he was he was about making the lineup, then a man walked up to him and he asked him, where is that number 17 that came in during yesterday's game? Where's that number 17? And Thompson Olia pointed me to him that's the small there. The man did not say anything. And actually, I did not even know who the man was. It was later and I found out that he was the coach of the Nigeria under 17, Coach Monday Odige. And 2 weeks later, I was called to the under 17, CAF Rwanda 2011 African Nations Cup qualifiers against the Republic of Congo. And I was invited, but my academy sent other 4 players alongside me to the national camp. But we were only 2 that made it. And then during the camping, I did very, very well. So during those training matches, I already had 6 goals in 2 matches. So it was during that period I was jogging one day when I had a popping sound under my kneecap. Pop, like something that pop. And then when I made the next step, and I discovered that I couldn't move. And when I placed my next step, it seems as if I want to fall. I couldn't straighten my leg. I couldn't bend it backward. And I was given drugs, and I stayed out for some days before we left to the academy for when the first camping was over. So my boss gave me Mr. Kumbi Titiloye, who is the Kwara United chairman presently. So they bought drugs for me, and I went back with that same pain. Though they knew I was injured in the national team, and my form was very, very bad, but they still kept me due to the fact that the way I played during that previous campaign, they saw something in me, and they were dropping everybody, but they couldn't drop it because of I was doing very, very, I was good. And I had to use a knee guard to trap my knee so that to enable me to move and to run, because apart from that I will not be able to run just like that without using something to hold my knee. So that was how I picked up form. I played against Kaduna United. We won 1-0. I was even the man of the match. Then it was one of our games in Akure against Rising Star. I fell on my shoulder, and I was injured on my shoulder. Even till today, you will see there's this swollen surface on my shoulder, like this, my right shoulder. So that was how I was substituted during the game, and the person that replaced me did very, very well. So that was how I was dropped from the first choice striker to the 5th choice striker, given the fact that the person that replaced me, he did well, and I was also injured. But despite that injury, I was still taken to Congo like that because of I was still taken to Congo as one of the strikers, because if you see one of those, I was putting on number 9. Yeah, that number 9 was during the preparation stage. That was the first choice striker. But after that injury, I lost my first team and jersey to the guy that substituted me, Ibere Michael. So and we went to Congo, but I was putting on number 17 jersey in Congo, not number 9. I was putting on number 17 jersey in Congo. So after the game in Congo, we lost 2-0 to Congo, and my performance was very, very bad. To be sincere, my performance was very, very bad in Congo, because by then that knee and that shoulder injury has already had a very serious effect on me, and we're giving $100 in the I think $100 after the game, $100 after the game. But the national team, they knew I was injured. They knew I was injured. They knew I was injured, and when we came back to Nigeria, they had to drop me with that injury. Now my problem is not that, it wasn't that they dropped me. That was not my problem. My problem, what I had issue was that for they knowing that I was injured, and they had to drop me like that without treatment. That was where my pain, that was what really pains me. I couldn't straighten my leg. I couldn't bend it backward. My leg was just like 90, like my knee was just like this, like 90 degrees like this. That was how I was walking. So the Nigeria under-17, they left my career for dead. Even the injury I sustained in Akure, could you believe that it was just only ice block and paracetamol that I was given? That was the only treatment, nothing else. So all this happened in 2010. Yeah. So they dropped me like that without treatment. They collected my jersey, everything. No kits for me to even go home to even show that at least I even played for the Nigeria under-17. It was when I was leaving that Coach Mondo Dige called me back, and he gave me one T-shirt, one Nigerian T-shirt like that to take home. And all through the way, while I was going back home, I was in serious pain. I was even crying inside the bus because of my leg. Even me, I didn't even know what was really happening to me. I didn't even know the degree of the injury that I had sustained. It was just like that. They just dropped me with that injury. When I even got back to the academy, I couldn't come down from the staircase without holding this ring to come down from the staircase. My academy had to take me for an MRI scan, and that MRI scan, it showed that my knee meniscus, inside my knee, my meniscus was torn. I had a lateral tear inside my meniscus that it was torn, and they said I had to go for a knee operation, because that was the only way I could ever play football again. I have to go for an operation. And from that day, I stayed like 1 year and 2 months without playing football. 1 year and 2 months before I went for that operation. And between that 1 year and 2 months, my teammates, even junior colleague, senior colleague, and my teammates, some of them graduated and signed for clubs in Europe. Some signed for the Nigerian Premier League team, because then I think there was no funds in the academy. After 1 year and 2 months, that was when I was taken for a knee operation. So I was very, very happy, because I had believed that after that knee operation, at least I will get back to the field again to play, and probably sign for a club in Europe, also probably sign in the Nigerian Premier League, and also take care of my family. A dream come true. But it was so unfortunate that I never knew what was really in stock for me, what was really in store for me, waiting for me. It was in the operation in a University College Hospital in Ibadan. Professor Temitope Alonge, the chief medical director in University College Hospital Ibadan, as he was performing the operation, and he now said, "What boy? You already developed knee osteoarthritis, and that's is a knee disease that does not have a medical cure. But I'm going to help you do something." That's what he said. But I want to tell you that you just have only 5 years to play football. That you cannot play football beyond 5 years. That your career is over. Just pack your bag. Your career is over. Man, I just couldn't believe my ears. I just couldn't believe my eyes. Man, I was broken. I don't really know how I see. I just watched my world, as in my world, crumble right in front of my eyes, like that. I couldn't. No. That was as in that was that was one of the most painful moments of my life, watching a dream die just like that. The hopes my family had in me, my mother, my widowed mother, my younger sister who was very little then, the hope of a better future, everything just crumble right in front of my eyes. Man. But I could tell you the truth. After 2 years, I was jogging and I had this kind of instability again. That same symptom, that same instability occurred. And man, I just had to tell myself the truth that man, I just had to quit instead of me to have that reoccurrence of that knee injury. Man, I just have to pack my bags because I was feeling pains. There are moments that when I stand, my knee will start swelling up. Man, how do I continue that kind of condition? Man, I just had to drop football and go back home to Cross River State to meet my mother. When I went back to Cross River State, because then my mother started learning how to sell market, all this goat market, but she was not doing, there was no this funds for her, and I was living with her in a one-room apartment with just only bed, no chair, was one television, nothing like just only no carpet. Man, I cried though, because for the fact that your family depended on you and for you to come back home after 7 years with nothing, with just only 49 in your pocket, man, it was not easy. No, people laughed at me. They made fun of me. The point that life was not worth living because the mockery and shame, the way people were laughing at me. You football, how many years? See, come back house. See you. They lift your mouth for one room. Your mother still feed you over how many years as you don't big rich. The mockery was too much for me to be and doing that kind of job. No, I almost took my life, but God really saved my life because on the moment when I wanted to take my life, that was very, very important. I wanted to take my life. A voice came to me, was like, Mbet, you want to kill yourself? You remember I said now you be the only son for your family. How your mama go feel if you kill yourself? That word really touched me. That particular one, I believe that word is from God. That was what stopped me from committing suicide. But I fell into depression, serious depression, to the point that I fell into alcoholism. To the point that in the afternoon I'll be drunk in the market. All this alcohol, gin, ogogoro. I'll be staggering in the market in the afternoon. Ask them, they will tell you. I'll be drinking because I never felt any good thing will ever come out of my life again. No handwork, no education. The only career I've ever hoped on, everything just crumbled like that. So I was worthless. Life was nothing. People made fun of me. Some call me useless face. Some call me worthless face because of the way my life was. Nobody ever believed that something good will ever come out of me. Even myself, I never believed that one day my life will ever change. That was how I was. I seriously, even sometimes I would think like my head would do as if the electric is moving at the back of my head. Man, those years, it is God that really saved my life. Seriously. Presently, I work in a slaughter. I wash goods for butchers in the slaughter, and also I'm a graduate of University of Calabar, History and International Studies. But I've not yet gone for service. I'm still working on my clearance. So that was how I was able to push myself through university by working in the slaughter and also trying to save and understand. No much friends, babe, nothing stuff like that. Because woman will finish your money, so I had to stay away from relationship. You understand? So I just had to work to save up that money. That was how I was able to push myself through the university.